my barbecue friends. Most of you are very au fait to my barbecues, and normally I pull off quite a successful one, so I'm going to try something a little bit different today. And what I'm going to try is, myself and Eleanor were down on the beach earlier on and we picked up some lovely samphire. I don't know if many of you know about this, but it's quite popular. It's basically a lovely green that grows on the beach. It's absolutely fantastic, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tempura it. I don't even know if I said the word right, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So I've got my ingredients here, which is basically 1 egg. I've got some flour. I've got some ice water ready to go, and I've just got some black pepper there for a little bit of a, you know, to put it on the top of it, and I've got some lovely little bit of garlic mayonnaise just to go with it. I've borrowed Austin's camping stove, which I hope is going to stay alight and not set fire to the place. A little bit of oil in there, and what I'll do is I'll start to mix up the ingredients now and see what you think. We'll try and give it a go. My bowl's gone a little bit hot, so I'm hoping that's not going to become a problem. But basically what we do is we crack in 1 egg. Don't think that was too professional, but we'll give it a go anyway. So the ingredients is that we give that a little whisk, that you see in there. We don't overdo it. Give it a little bit. Okay. Add in our ice water, but what we don't want to do is get the ice into that water. So we'll crack that in. That's 1 cup. Everything is 1 cup here. Okay. And we'll add in. We'll just give that a little stir around. Not too much. Don't overdo it. And in with our flour. Again, it's 1 cup of flour. All the way in. Now, Eleanor was very good, and what she did is she sieved this 2 or 3 times. The recipe is that you just give this a bit of a turn. It does say to turn this with chopsticks, and by crikey, I'm no good at chopsticks. So we just give that a bit of a turn round in there, and that should probably be about what I've just done with the chopsticks in your imagination, if that works for you. Okay, so I'll take that away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add the samphire into my batter. I won't put too much just in case I make a bit of an error on this. I'll give it a little James Martin whisk with his fingers, as he does, because he's quite good at that. Unlike me, I'm not that good at that. I'm just going to turn this down. I'm just going to check my batter because I don't want an explosion on this. So we've got 1 in there, and to me that looks good. Do you want to have a quick look at that? That looks quite good. It's about where we want to see it. Don't want to turn it for too long, but we'll just leave it there for a minute, just see what happens. I might give it a little bit more heat there. Oh. Yeah, we give that just a little bit more heat on that. It's quite good. Okay, so I don't know how you guys turn around, you're doing your barbecues this evening, but I was like mine with a little bit of a Stella anyway, because you all know me like that, so I do like my Stella. Just have a little drinky, because this is apparently what all the chefs do on the TV at the moment. Lovely. Right, so I've tested that, and I don't think that's too bad, in fairness. So I take my spoon, little look at that. I think that's quite good. I don't think that's too bad. Okay, so I'll turn that one out. So we've done a little tester. See what it's like. Ooh. Samphire is quite tricky to hold. Yep, that's absolutely perfect. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more samphire. You don't want your oil too hot because you don't want to end up having a huge explosion or anything like that. So we'll add some of that into there. Let's add a little bit more. Now, bearing in mind we've got issues with the coronavirus, I'm going to give the hands a little wash. So I've got a little bowl here ready to go. I'm apparently meant to sing happy birthday for 4 times, 20 seconds each time. So I'll just give that little happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Happy birthday, dear Billy. Happy birthday to you. I think that's probably enough for the moment. Okay, if you want to have a quick look in here, you can see that samphire batter is cracking away there quite nicely. I might just give this a little turn over, just a little bit. It does all kind of congeal together. It'll end up like a big kind of pancake that you can kind of break up afterwards, which is, it's going to be fantastic, and you're going to really enjoy this. Samphire is naturally salty, so don't add any salt to this, but I bought some black pepper because I like a bit of black pepper of mine just to put on the side. So we'll just let that fry off for a couple of seconds there. A few more seconds will be okay. Probably enough time to have another little drink. Normally I'd have a nice glass of red wine here or something. Everybody tells me I should have white wine, but you know, look, the sunny hills where I am at the moment, beautiful beach down the road. I'm still a Stella boy through and through. So look, here we are, we're nearly there, nearly ready to go. Just keep that on the heat for a little while longer. I'm just going to hold that down a little bit. You can see it's just starting to go golden around the edges there. Some people do a bit of a thicker batter. I didn't use sparkling water with mine. Other people use sparkling water, a bit of baking powder, a bit of cornstarch, something like that. This was just a really easy tempura batter. I took the recipe straight off a website that everybody knows of. Very well-known website off the internet. It's quite simple. Okay, I'm just going to let that keep going just for a couple more minutes there. It's looking good anyway. Another little drink, as you do. Oh, that's lovely. So, I'm going to turn this out now. I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to let it drain off. I might just turn it over for a minute, just so as I can see as the other side done. But it's a little bit difficult, but you'll work this out for yourselves. Oh, look at that. I mean, that looks just like something from the sea, really. I mean, if I was going to say what that could be, I mean, you could nearly turn around and say it's like Neptune's beard, because that's kind of what it resembles, without the squid in there, that kind of thing. But you know, that's my take on it. But you know, that's my kind of gig. But you know, maybe next time we do a bit of squid or something like that, a few squid tentacles or something, and it's quite nice to go with things like that actually, or it's nice as a little starter. It's even nice as a bit of a picky thing to go with. But look, anyway, I think that's pretty much there at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that away from there. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm just going to let anything drain off of that I can. Give it a little shake. Let it drain away. This is great kind of things for festivals as well. If you don't at a seafood festival or anything like that, you see anybody doing this, it's absolutely fantastic. And you get a small cone of this. Probably cost you £2, something like that. Well worth it. Even a £5, yeah. So I'm just going to leave it on there to drain for a minute. Okay, so we're done with our oil. We'll turn that off, which is great. Got a little plate here. I've got a lovely little bit of garlic and mayonnaise there. So I'm just going to turn a little spoon of that out there. If you want to have a look at this, just going to turn that out. Lovely, just on the side. You need a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll accompany that with a little bit of lovely bit of samphire, which we have battered in tempura batter. We have it all here ready to go. And I hope that you're all going to have a go at this and see what your guys think of it. You can do your own take on this. You can just tear it apart. You can put it in a cone. You can eat it whichever way you want, but lovely with a little bit of absolutely fantastic with a lovely bit of garlic mayonnaise. Else, you want to come in here and have a little go at that? Just fantastic. Everybody give it a go.